and welcome to Princess Crown, a game I know very little about. It's another instance where I saw a screenshot and went, yeah, cool.
Which story shall we read tonight?
I assume the one that is shaded differently, like a Scooby-Doo bookcase. Not to be very millennial, but...
You can pet the kitty!
Oh, look at him flop around. That's very impressive for the time. Hang on, let me check when this game came out. 1997? Yeah, that's impressive. Look at that flop! This really captures how long cats get when you pick them up under the arms. They don't like this. Don't do this to a cat. They get very upset. I don't know how to pick up the book, hang on. I assumed it would be the same button. I just have to be very pixel perfect, like a 90s adventure game. This book, Mama. You're probably not my mum. Maybe grandmother or great-grandmother. I don't know if it would be biologically feasible for you to be my mum.
This book is called Princess Crown. Will this be all right?
It's my only option.
This is the only book we have at the moment.
Oh Jesus, I got it after so much clicking. I found it so difficult to navigate that menu.
The story begins long before the princess was born.
Once upon a time, there was a kingdom called Valendia. The people of the kingdom lived in peace, watched over by their wise and powerful queen. But one night, a horde of demons suddenly appeared and attacked the castle.
Where is she? Bring out the queen! We require her royal blood to revive our king!
Wretched demon! As long as a single one of us stands, we won't let you take her.
Justonia! The other monsters are making their way to the floor.
I knew disaster was near when the light of the stars began to fade. But I never imagined that it would come to this. That a demon and his horde would barge their way into the royal castle itself. However, they will advance no further. I shall now vanquish them with my magic.
Was that the best you could do? Not a single one of you will survive. In the name of the demon king, I will kill you all!
All of you, get back! I will fight him alone!
Here I am, demon!
Your Majesty!
Look at all these wounded soldiers! You won't get away with this! Prepare to taste my sword, demon!
Men, the time to prove our bravery is now. Be the Queen's shield. Go! Your Highness, I'm putting all my magic power into your sword.
We will never allow your plan to revive the Demon King to succeed. No matter how many generations pass, the sword of my family will never falter.
Princess Gradriel, if you would please come forward.
The blood of Valendia's royal family goes back many generations. Yet it is forever new. Gradriel De Valendia, rightful bearer of your family's crown. I shall bestow your queenship upon you now. May you become a beacon of righteous light to the people of Valendia.
With this crown, I hereby promise to continue our kingdom's long and prosperous peace.
I love the abrupt musical cuts.
Those who will have audience with the Queen may now come forward.
Your Highness, I bring news from the port town in Leyland. A pirate called Portgus has attacked many ships and left the town in a most dire situation. Our authorities would seek to capture this pirate, but only if your Highness approves. Very well. I give full permission to settle this matter as requested. I will return your message to Leyland at once.
Those who will have audience with the Queen may now come forward.
Your Majesty, we're having a crisis in the village of Nutsbill. 2 of our children have disappeared. It looks like fairies took them captive in the forest as part of some terrible prank. We humbly request that your Majesty send some soldiers to search the forest for them.
It's not like the fairies to play pranks. Are you gaslighting me? Very well. I give full permission to settle this matter as requested.
Thank you very much.
The last person may now step forward.
My Queen, it is an honor to meet you for the first time on such an auspicious day as this. I am the mayor of the village of Dorangora to the west. Dragons are coming down from the mountains to attack us in ever greater numbers. Our warriors are no longer able to fend them off. I beg of you, your majesty, save our village from those terrible dragons.
Dragons?
Your Majesty, I believe it would be best to dispatch the Knights Guard to deal with them.
Very well. I give full permission to settle this matter as requested.
I'm grateful for your help, your majesty.
That appears to be all for today, Queen Gradriel. Now it is time to begin your swordplay lessons.
Justonia, perhaps I could go along to save Dorangora from those dragons.
Queen Gradriel, I can hardly believe my ears. We couldn't possibly allow you to go to such a dangerous place.
I've been thinking about my mother. When she was queen, she would leave the castle and take a sword with her too. You cannot judge correctly what you have not seen with your own eyes. Isn't that something she used to say?
For you to go to Dorangora simply wouldn't do.
I want to be a brave queen, just like my mother. I need to see Valendia for myself if I'm going to lead its people correctly.
I understand how you feel, but the time for that will come later. You're still so young, Gradriel. If you want to be a good queen, you have things to learn here at the castle first. Come, let's proceed to the courtyard. Quine, the Knights Guard captain, is waiting for you there.
All right.
I have no idea how long this little cutscene bit's gonna go on, by the way. This could be hours. Oh, I can walk around! Okay, never mind. I have control. I can do a little crouch curtsy with a little side eye to the camera. I can... Oh god, I don't know what I'm pressing. Hang on, it'll explain things, I'm sure. Princess Crown is a side-scrolling action role-playing game developed and published by Atlas in collaboration with Sega for the Sega Saturn in 1997. The game had a turbulent production. It was initially developed by a company without a name that focused on making games for adult audiences. I can't find exactly what that means. That company went bankrupt, maybe because they never bothered to name it. Sega denied them any funding, and the dev team was eventually absorbed into Atlas of Persona fame, and the game was finished off there instead. According to the game's director, looking back, it's a miracle that that game was completed among such chaos.
Your Highness, we've been waiting. Before we begin training, let me tell you about the basics of swordplay. Pressing the A button on the controller opens the item window. Choose the item you want with the C button.
Now, I'm definitely using a Saturn controller for this. I definitely even know what a Saturn controller looks like, and I'm not currently looking it up on my phone.
Alternatively, you can throw away the item by holding down first, then pressing C. The B button lets you dodge enemy attacks.
Okay, bear with me, Quine. This is gonna be rough for both of us. Oh, Jesus.
If you're pressing B at the moment of the enemy's attack, the dodge window will appear. When you dodge, you can choose between sidestepping behind the enemy and backstepping away from him. The C button is your attack button.
I could skip all this. I'm sure I'll figure it out. This is a horrible idea.
The D-pad lets you move around normally. Tapping left or right lets you dash. When an attack is coming, pressing in the direction opposite to your enemy will block it. Did you get all that?
Most of it. I got the gist. It's a sword. You swing it at people.
Don't hold back. I won't be going easy on you.
I'm like 10. I don't know if you shouldn't be going easy on me. Ooh, I've got a big old sword. Right. Now, what was the attack button? Do we remember? What is the C button? Woo! Okay, I'm learning. I guess. I'm doing some stuff. Oh, I've got STEM! It's Dark Souls! Not everything is Dark Souls. I think, despite what he said, I think he is going easy on me, because I am a little girl, and I don't know if I should be taking him out. Easy! Easy life. I'm the greatest at this game. I don't need to learn how to use a controller. It's fine.
You've improved, Your Highness. I must say, I'm very impressed. At your level of skill, the monsters in this area shouldn't give you any trouble.
I wonder if this is some sort of rudimentary difficulty settings. Like, if you do really badly, is it like, okay, we'll tone it down a bit. You're clearly an infant.
A splendid fight, Your Majesty. Now that your training is finished, let's get you back to your room.
It's like 2 in the afternoon. It's bright. What do you mean go back to my room? I want to go play. Do I have any friends? I imagine it would be fairly lonely being a royal. You know, aside from all the opulent wealth and majesty.
You've trained hard today. Please don't let that business about Dorangora trouble you. They're just peasants after all. Just leave it up to the night guard. Everything will be fine. Have a good night's rest.
All right. I'll try to forget about it for now. Good night, Justonia.
Good night, Your Majesty.
I think you're meant to get under the blankets. It might be summer. There's been a lot of heat waves recently. Although I don't know if fantasy global warming is a thing.
Justonia, I want to be like my mother. I need to see the world. I haven't been able to think about anything else since the coronation. I just can't sit still any longer.
That was a quick outfit change. Don't you normally have maids for that sort of thing? Might be the most suspension of disbelief ruining thing so far. I don't believe a royal can dress themselves. Oh, there's the maid.
Young miss, how'd you get dressed? Normally you can't even move without us. Ariel studies affairs of the state so that she may be of help to the queen. When she isn't busy with that, she searches for a way to cure Sidriel's illnesses. Nobody's as considerate of her sisters as she is.
Are these my sister? I don't know who this is. Ariel's room. Are you my sister? You're wearing a tiara. If that's... You couldn't be my sister, because I'm clearly younger than you. So why would I be first in line for the throne? It's a fantasy world. Rules can be made up, I guess. The youngest inherits.
Hello, Gradriel. It must be hard to keep up with all your studies as the queen, but do keep at it. By the way, I heard that you've been learning how to sword fight. Even when you were little, you were more interested in jousting matches than poetry. Just remember, you're still a little girl, so don't get hurt, okay?
Thank you, Ariel. I understand. Are you my sister?
Who are you? Just grab her by the shoulders and shake her. Who are you?
Your older sister, Sidria, who's been burdened with illness ever since she was a child. However, even on her worst days, she never fails to keep up her smile. She has all the dignity of a beautiful white lily.
Odd thing to say. So they are my sisters. Why am I queen then? I guess, are they useless? This one's a sickly little idiot. And, sorry, that's too rude. And the other one, I don't know, maybe I'm older? Maybe she just has some sort of wasting disease that makes her look older.
Good evening, Gradriel. I thought you'd be asleep, Sidriel. Are you okay? Yes, I'm fine. In fact, I've been feeling better and better since yesterday. That medicine Ariel found for me is working wonders. She calls it arsenic. I really hope you get better, Sidriel. Thank you, Gradriel. You're always such a good girl. I have a gift for you. If you wear it, it will protect you from danger.
I got a luck pendant, alright? I imagine by the time I get back from my adventures, you will be deceased. Now, how do I run, do we think? Oh, it's just a double press. I've actually figured out a mechanic on my own. There's Quine's room. I don't know if I should... Just the optics are weird if I, as a very little girl, go into the Knight Captain's room when he's asleep. Justonia's room? Well, no, we're not going in there. Just a room, sure. Oh, it's another bearded man. Who are you? It's a priest. Run! I thank the gods that we have spent another day in peace. How about you? Won't you join me in prayer? I don't know what that did mechanically. I am certain that the gods have heard your majesty's prayers. Will you save? Yeah, sure. Let's never go in that room again. I mean, not to be too rude about it, but as a little girl, I think I should be more frightened of that room. I'm assuming we just go down to the bottom floor? How many floors high is this castle? I don't really frequent a lot of castles, so I'm not sure how big they usually are. I mean, you see a lot of them around here, but I don't really go in them.
This is a storage room for small goods.
All the maids have this voice, by the way.
Do you see an item you want to pick up or a treasure chest you want to open? Just bend down in front of it to access it. If there's anything here that you need, please help yourself. You do own us.
Ooh. Some sort of goo. I don't need to talk to every maid, let's be totally honest. Oh my. My mother really did command huge tracts of land.
I'm going away, Mother, but I'll be back soon.
This is before the invention of the sports bra as well. They would have knocked her out in a sword fight. Oh, who's this mysterious man? You another priest?
When we cast a spell, we magicians tap into a hidden power, one that most people are unable to find within themselves. However, even those without this power can use magic with the help of magic stones. We look down on them.
This might be the bottom floor. It depends on if this game uses American or European ways of naming floors. No, the courtyard! We can leave. I'm assuming the front door is right. Nope. Okay, never mind. This is the training yard. How does one leave? I assumed the courtyard would be right by the front door. Like you'd go through the courtyard to get into the main keep. But maybe I'm an idiot. I'm not posh enough to know how these things are structured. Although I don't know if the game developers were either.
The courtyard is through here.
You're so helpful. How do I leave?
You've lived here your entire life, how don't you know?
It looks like a big front door, doesn't it? They've even got a mat to, like, let people wipe their foots. Although it looks a bit opulent. Gold trim and red silk or whatever. It's gonna get ruined. First caravan that comes through there. Am I allowed to just go? Like, are you gonna have something to say about this? Oh, I like the moonlight reflected on the water. That's very pretty.
Night has fallen, Your Majesty. Please retire to your room. Your Majesty, where might you be going? Please turn in for the night.
I own you. I'm a royal. And this is back when the royals had actual power instead of just harboring pedophiles. I could have you killed. Don't look at me. Look at the floor when you speak to me and let me do what I like. I own you. Don't just look sad. You're a queen. This game shouldn't be called Princess Crown, should it? I am a queen, I think. What do I do now? I'd like to just leave. Maybe I need some sort of item. Maybe I need to blackjack him. Is he wearing a helmet? Can I hit you hard across the back of the skull? Oh no. Okay, this might be rough. Hang on, do I have any drugs? Warrior daggers? Heart fruits? Defense potion, that was the goo. And a luck pendant. What if I put on the luck pendant? Now that I'm lucky, can I slip away unnoticed? Nope. Okay, I'm missing something. I mean, I'm not going back to my room. Maybe I could smother my Grand Vizier? Justonia, let's be honest, he's 100% evil. Like, there's no doubt in my mind that he's gonna turn out to be evil. We should just kill him now, get it over with. I don't know who's speaking to me, so I don't know which voice to do.
Who's there?
Don't be afraid. I'm not here to make any trouble.
Oh my god, it's my Navi.
My name is Aria. How do you do, Your Highness?
Is that might get too annoying. My voices are always annoying.
I'm sorry to barge in like this, but there's something I really need to, talk to you about. You heard about the kids in Nutsbill going missing, didn't you?
No, going a bit Valley Girl. Let's stop that right there. Stick with 80s cartoon sidekick.
The people in the village think it was us fairies who did it. It's true that we invite kids out to the forest at night to dance and sing,
That's extremely suspect. I'm sending you to prison.
but we always make sure that they're home by morning, I swear. And they don't remember a thing. That's not what the man from Nutsbill told me today. He said that you fairies were playing some kind of awful prank.
I just don't feel like the word prank fits in a medieval setting. Did people use the word prank when they were living in castles?
He's got it all wrong. We can prove it to you. Please, Your Majesty, come and see the truth for yourself. I've got a blog you should check out about the truth. Have you ever heard of Alex Jones? You should do your own research. You know, I think you're right. The best thing is for me to go and see everything for myself.
Yeah, that's what we were just doing before we got stopped by the first guard who bothered to notice us.
But how are we going to get outside?
Seduction? I mean, I'm assuming this fairy is, like, an adult.
The guard at the gate will see us. You can leave that part to me, Your Majesty.
The original concept for the game was at least partially a life simulation, similar to the Princess Maker series. Players would have to raise and educate a young monarch and make story choices like a cross between a spreadsheet office job and an anime visual novel. When pitching the game to Sega, they mentioned wanting an RPG on the Sega Saturn to compete with the PlayStation. Lead designer George Kamatani recalls, "If I answered no, the concept would most likely not pass. My answer was, of course it's an RPG. My eyes must have been swimming frantically like a crazy person." They mostly scrapped the sim concept and ended up with what is now Princess Crown. It's unlikely that we're gonna kill him. That wouldn't be fitting with the tone so far.
Help! Somebody!
What's a fairy doing in a place like this?
Sorry, in that accent it just really feels like I'm role-playing as a homophobic bar owner in the 80s.
What's a fairy doing in a place like this?
Thank goodness you're here. You have to do something, Mr. Knight. A bunch of goblins are ganging up on me.
Goblins? Near the castle?
Yes, that's right. They'll be coming this way any minute.
I thought they knew better, pesky little goblins. You wait right here. I'll go and teach them a lesson.
Thank you.
You're fired. That was way too easy. You were the worst guard I've ever seen. When I come back, if I'm not dead, you're fired or at least getting reassigned. You can, like, guard the storerooms or something. Oh yeah, I'm already beheading him, aren't I? Because he disobeyed me in the first place. So repositioning is going to be the least of his worries.
Sidriel, Aria, Justonia.
I just realised I've been saying Justonia the entire time. It's Justine. Whatever, his name is Justonia now.
Please don't be upset.
I don't know who's saying this either. I hope it's like a sister? And like this bearded weirdo isn't just gonna barge into my room while I might be getting dressed? Okay, maybe she's in charge of dressing me.
It's morning, Your Majesty. Wake up. Your Majesty. Lord Justonia! Madge! Gradriel! She's gone!
And I'm out! They didn't notice. That entire time, that night never came back, I guess. Nobody checked. I don't think I need... I think I've got plenty of fruits, right? I've got a couple of them at least. Restore HP. And I don't know how hard the combat's gonna be, so it's probably fine. Oh, never mind, I just ate one. Didn't mean to do that. I still don't know the buttons. This might just be a pleasant walking simulator. No. Oh, it's very sweet. It looks like it has a little mustache. Right, how do I fight again? That button. Oh, you are useless. Never mind! Don't let it smash me. Ooh, shiny boots. Pick up the shiny boots. I don't know what that means. Like, did I level up? I did level up! And a treasure menu. Don't know what that means either. Pick up some shiny boots. Pick up lots of gold. What the hell was that? Did everybody else see that, or am I having a stroke? Some sort of little guy just came and took my... We'll ignore that for now. Let's go to... Nutsbill, I guess? That's where we're trying to go, right? I don't really have an option. I guess we have to go to... Valenadine first. I'd be skipping towns, because I imagine I'm very recognisable. Unless we're like a very small city-state. That tends to be more of a thing in fantasy. Like, we might be the equivalent of the Vatican. I don't know if I'd recognise the Pope out and about. Just like a weird old man. I don't know if I'd, like, clock him if he wasn't in his Pope outfit. Although we are in our Queen outfit. Get rid of that immediately. Take off that crown. Am I insane, or is this basically the Mr. Blobby song? The Mr. Blobby single from the 90s that got to Christmas #1, somehow. It's 1-to-1 in my brain. Do you need some directions? The village of Nutsbill is straight to the west from this town's exit. Valenadine is the closest town to the royal castle, you know. If you go north from here, Valenadine Castle will come into view. That's where our queen lives. You've got your own regional queen, or maybe it is a city-state.
I think today's a good day to make some of my world-famous soup for dinner. Would you like me to teach you about making soup? You'll need to select a soup pot. Next, you'll need to select a food ingredient to put inside it. There are many types of ingredients, so try taking many types of soup as you can. The accent's slipping. It's no use making soup unless you have some soup spice. After all, nobody want to eat it if it doesn't have any flavor. We are white medieval people. We do not know what flavor is yet.
Good afternoon, my dear lady. I am a wandering bard. From the north to the south, from the east to the west, I've traveled like the wind through this kingdom of Valendia.
I thought that was going to be a rap.
Sweet amethyst-eyed lady, please let me sing you a song.
How old are you? I don't know, I'm very... Look, I know it's going to be rude to say, possibly come across as xenophobic. This is a Japanese game, so I'm very hyper alert to anything that could be, you know, they have a reputation.
Sorrowful prisoner of the heart, are the songs of the goddess what you seek? Oh, goddess of music up high in the heavens, you ripped apart your scores and hid them across the land. Now the prisoner dreams of these songs. Oh, how he wants to play the songs of heaven. Oh, how he wishes he could find your song.
That was very pretty.
Oh, she's dumb.
I've never heard music before. Was that what that was? I hope it's not rude to ask, but are you the prisoner of the harp?
I'm searching for the scrolls of the goddess. My journey has taken me to every corner of this world. Every bard dreams of reviving the divine songs sealed away in those scrolls. But that is easier said than done. I've searched for 2 years, but found nothing. Perhaps they've found their way into somebody else's hands. For now, I've decided to take a rest from my search and spend time in this town.
I'm guessing that's some sort of side quest then? Ooh, enter for NPC. Thanks for labeling it. I don't think this game had multiplayer. Also, there's no NPC in there. You lied. Never mind. Let's go to Nutsbill. Nutsbill city limits. With a name like Nutsbill, I'm gonna guess 7 people live here. Oh, more wandering in the woods. Never mind. We'll get there eventually. Oh, I don't want to kill a dodo. Oh, it's actually a dodo. It's not just model. These are extinct. I feel terrible. Okay, out of power. Start doing some sidestepping. I have completely forgotten how to block, by the way, so I hope that doesn't come up at any time soon. Kill. One more hit. There we go. That was even easier than the slime. Ooh, some corn. I don't know what corn does. I disrespect corn in my real life. The only corn I can stomach is baby corn. Fried baby corn. Delicious. It may be a baby corn tempura. Wonderful. Some MSG sprinkled over top. But sweet corn, corn on the cob. Ugh. Oh, there's another boy. I was too busy ranting about corn. Oh, why are all the enemies so adorable? Attack evaded. Ooh, that's bad. This one could hurt me. Am I poisoned? I don't know what I'm looking at. Some sort of beautiful mushroom woman. We've all thought about it. We've all looked at a myconid from D&D and thought, but what if they were curvy? My luck pendant! Poison has made things hard to see. Oh, I'm out of power! Oh, Christ! It's a big man now. This is the hardest enemy in the game. It would help if I hit at some point. There we go. That was rough. Oh, I've nearly dinged again. The UI is a little bit cluttered, but you just kind of expect that from 1997. Like, there's a lot on the screen at once. Like, I feel like I don't need my gold up right there in the corner at all times, for instance. And I don't need the XP there either. Like, why is this just in the middle of the screen?
Your Majesty, wait! Nutsbill Village is just up ahead. If anyone spots me, there'll be a big fuss for sure.
You gonna hide in my shadow like Midna?
As long as we're here, I'll have to make myself invisible.
Go ahead then. I mean, can you do that? I don't know. Fairies, they're always a bit ill-defined in terms of power. Although I don't really buy her story that it's just like harmless little jokes and japes in the woods. Fairies are brutal and evil in folklore. Disneyfied fairies, sure. They could be, you know, Tinkerbelling it up in the woods, dancing around a fire. But I think fairies in folklore are mainly about stealing babies, blinding people, making people dance in red-hot shoes until they pass out and die, that kind of thing. Oh, a quaint little village of huts. Yeah, I think I was right about my about my Nutsbill prediction. That is not invisible, by the way. Maybe it's just I can see you, but that is... You've just turned down your opacity by about 40%. You are still very clearly visible.
It's just terrible. These fairies took away our children. I can't believe fairies would do such a thing. And here I never thought they were real in the first place.
Oh, Miss, have you seen my son Nihilus anywhere? The last time I saw him, he was playing in the town square. Now he hasn't been home for 3 days.
I mean, do you want him back? Children are very irritated. Oh my god, it's a duck! Cowards. I can pick up a cat and swing it around. I can't pick up an adorable little duck. Oh, it talks. I mean, I'm assuming that people have already been sent out to find me. Because it's the morning now and I've been travelling through the night and now they've all found out that I'm missing. There's going to be a horde of knights trying to find me, and they know that I'm either going to be going to the Dragon Nightmare Place, Nutsbill, or one of the towns in between. I imagine I'll be found pretty quickly.
Welcome! You can recover from your travels here at our inn. It costs 30 gold per night.
Absolutely not. 30 gold a night? What do you think I am, a queen? Oh, did you come by earlier? You were the Nutsbill guy?
Should you come across either of those children in your travels, please let us know. You'll be rewarded.
I don't think I made him German in the intro, but he was hiding his accent because of xenophobia. They don't like fantasy Germans there.
Even the ducks are sad without the children around to take care of them. I hope somebody finds Tabitha and whatever the other one was. I skipped past it. We don't really care about the other one.
These might be top 3 cutest ducks I've ever seen in a game. They're really good ducks. Oh, a sad-looking farmer with the weirdest body I've ever seen. Looks like a burlap sack full of beans. His name is Fat Man. I was being rude, but the game doesn't need to be.
I'm sorry, miss. I know you've come all this way, but my bakery is closed right now. My sweet little daughter is missing, and this is no time to be baking. You be careful of those fairies too, miss. Make sure you don't get too close.
Yeah, I don't trust you.
Sigh. I just know those fairies ran off with my daughter Tabitha.
I don't know what it is about this NPC in particular. It's just a very comforting face. Slightly chubby, rosy cheeks, the apron, the hair. I just feel a wave of peace coming over me from the screen. Is that odd to say? I don't know. It's just, I think I could put this up as a poster and it would calm me down if I looked at it. Will you be my mum? I think mine's dead. Cannot leave this direction. Well, maybe we don't find the kids. Can I chop wood? Can I throw a duck? Also, are these meant to be duck babies? Because they're called chicks. You wouldn't really call... I mean, this is a translation. I don't know. This is a fan translation. Assuming I've done the actual work that I usually put into these videos, there will have been little informational sequences coming up every so often in the video to break up the gameplay. I'm assuming one of those will be about the translations. If not, it'll come up right now. Buckle up for this one. It's gonna be a ride. The game has never been officially translated into English or released outside of Japan. There have been various fan translations and guides created over the years, all either incomplete or spotty in quality. In late 2024, a new English patch was released on GitHub by fan hacker Edmaster. Despite receiving praise and being met with widespread excitement by fans of the game, it was soon struck with controversy. Cyber Warrior X and Sam I Am, the creators of an older translation over 10 years in development and presumed abandoned, claimed that Edmaster had stolen their obsolete code from 2014 and that they were currently sitting on a version 0.9 that they had never shared or posted about publicly, despite working on it for over 10 years. Sam I Am added that their 2014 code release was only made with the intention of recruiting help and was limited quite deliberately so that lay people wouldn't be able to make a patch with it. Seeing the ancient print routine literally made me facepalm. Edmaster responded to this by saying that the old code was published on GitHub under an open license and was free for anyone to use and build on for their own project, adding that he never even attempted to contact the previous creators and was working with a new translator to finish the job. In response, Cyber Warrior X released the first video footage of their work in a decade, still with no actual download. This whole situation resulted in a huge, relatively, debate across multiple forums about open source code use and fan translation politics, with fans sharply divided over loyalty to the original patch versus actually being able to play the game. The comments on the Cyber Warrior X YouTube video are locked after multiple arguments and instances of name-calling. Since his initial release, Edmaster has continued to rapidly update his version. It's what I'm using right now. As I'm writing this, no peace has yet been made between the hackers. Everyone involved with this story should go outside more, me included. Touch grass, call your friends or family. Oh, I can go down here. I'm assuming this is the way. I'm assuming a lot. This is probably the way to the fairies.
We're going fairy hunting.
Again, it just makes me sound like I'm raiding public toilets in the 80s. That accent doesn't work with the word fairy. Sorry if you have that accent. Oh, there's lots of you. Are you gonna steal my lungs or whatever nightmare is
Nonsense.
you're into?
We love those two Nutsbill children. It's hard to believe something like this could happen to them.
Do you know where they've gone?
We all searched for places that the kids might have gone to, play. The square where the animals gather, the heartfruit trees, the shore of the lake. We didn't search the forest up north from the left side of Nutsbill village, though. We don't really care that much about them. There's no reason they'd have gone to a place like that. It's so full of monsters.
I guess that's a place we can go now. Can't go anywhere here. Let's leave. This is much more RPG-like than I was expecting. I don't know what I was expecting coming into this game because I didn't know much about it, but much more combat-heavy. Kind of hack and slash stuff. Speaking of which, I should probably heal. Hang on, how do I use an item again? Oh, that was not much. Okay, hang on. Use another one. And another one? I want to be full health. Oh, I only eat some of each one. Oh! Like I've got half-eaten fruits in my pocket. That's disgusting. I'm going to put on my elf boots as well. They apparently help me dodge. Look at me learning the mechanics. I'm impressed with myself. Now, have I blocked once or evaded once? Have I spammed the same standard attack every fight so far? Yes, all of those things are true. Any more horrible mushroom men? Or another endangered animal I could kill? A Tasmanian tiger, maybe? To put that out of its misery? Oh my, I don't know what you are. Goblins! Those are goblins? Do you say so? I have a max inventory. Really, this is just like Resident Evil. Smash him. Ooh! I don't know what that... Oh god, what am I doing? I don't know what that was. I must have clicked a block button for the first time. Sidestep. I don't know how I'm doing that. Genuinely. Ow! Christ. Stab him. There we go. One's dead. Oh my god! Stab him. Okay, one left. That's fine. None left. We're doing amazingly. I wish I hadn't taken as much damage. And I dinged! Oh, we're gonna be so prepared for any bosses. I don't know if there are bosses in this game. Ooh, a frying pan. Or a drying pan. Grill food with spice in a bag. What, we can make spice bags in this. Irish delicacy spice bag. This is right next to this village. Are you telling me that they didn't care enough to brave some goblins? They've got, farm tools and some strapping young lads. They could have taken care of them. An abandoned hut or whatever. This is perfect playhouse for young children. I would have loved this. Now, I'm thinking cannibals. I'm often thinking cannibals. I don't see a child in the cage, though, so that's a good sign. Okay. I'm gonna call it right now. Those are the kids. They've been transformed into a duck and a frog. You can get ducks and frogs everywhere, and it's socially acceptable to eat them. If you're going to eat kids, leave them as kids, because they're bigger. You get more meat from them, and I'm assuming if you don't have qualms about killing and eating the children when they're transmorphed into a frog, you're probably not fussed about eating a kid in its natural state. Just eat the kids, coward.
Hey lady, fairy, help us! My name is Nihilus. There's a witch named Proserpina who lives here, and she turned me into a duck, quack. Cribbit, I'm Tabitha.
Since they're German, what noises do German frogs make? Because you know how every language has its own onomatopoeias? Let me look that up. German frog sound.
Quaken.
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 Quaken. That's basically the same noise I was doing for the duck.
She said she'd show us a spell to make us fly like the fairies, so we followed her. But Proserpina broke her promise and then she trapped us, Quacken. I want my mum!
I'm telling you, magic is the best. I'm going to change everybody into frogs.
Oh no, she's back! She'll cast another spell on us. She's like tiny Mengele. I didn't realize she was going to be that small.
Wait just a darn minute. What are you doing in my house? Nobody said you could come in here.
You're the one who changed these children into animals, aren't you? Change them back this instant. Everyone is worried sick about them.
No way, Jose. This is part of my training to become a great and powerful witch. Besides, who's really gonna get mad that I turned a couple of dumb kids into animals?
The little head shake.
The villagers are all mad at the fairies. They think this is some kind of prank they're pulling.
Yeah, that's great. I was gonna blame it all on the fairies anyway.
I'm putting a stop to your foolishness right now. I want you to break the spell on these children at once.
Ah, put a cork in it, lady. I hate people who act all high and mighty. I hate them. Say one more word, and I'll change you into something nasty too.
I've got divine royal blood. I don't know if that'll work on me. Killer. Yeah, there we go, killer. Immediately do a big stab. Ooh! Sidestep. Do it again. Ooh! I'm doing lots of sidestepping. I'm just kind of mashing. It's probably very obvious. Oh, Christ! Okay, now neither of us are really landing many hits, but I've landed a little bit more than you. Okay, backstep, backstep, backstep. Oh my god! Do this thing. Oh, I need to let my stem regain. That's why I'm so puffed. Ah! Oh, that's draining my power as well. Oh, Jesus. Okay, killer. Do some sort of combo. There we go. Now that's some damage. She's draining my stem. This woman's a nightmare. Knock her out of the sky. Ow. This is not going that well. I've just realized it's probably the boots doing these evades, right? Not my skill. Because I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, only 30 more hit points. Come on, kill her. Oh, that was a lot of damage. Get up. There we go. That was amazing. Come on, one more attack and she's dead. Yes! I don't know why I got so worked up for that. And I dinged! That was a fight a toddler could do, but I had a little trouble.
Have you come to your senses?
I put down my controller in joy.
If you don't change them back, I might just have to.
All right, I'll do it. Sheesh!
I really didn't like that animation. Oh, those are some of the ugliest kids I've ever seen. Like, everybody looks a bit freakish in this art style. It's very anime, so everybody looks a little bit like a pug. But these kids in particular, especially the one in green, are hideous.
There, everyone's back to normal. You've won this time, lady! But this isn't over yet, and don't you forget it!
I like her. She knows what she wants.
Yahoo! Yippee! We can finally go home, Tabitha. Yeah, let's go! How cool is that? Thank you, Mom. Your parents are waiting for you in the village. Be careful on the way back. There are goblins in the woods who might just eat you again. Let's go, Tabitha.
We're not going to accompany them? I mean, we're going back that way anyway, I'm sure. Unless we're going to eat the child soup that's just been left simmering.
Now the fairies can be friends with the villagers, just like before. Thank you, Your Majesty. You know, I really like being with you.
That's a bit forward. We barely know each other. I think we've known each other for about... Well, I've been recording for an hour and a half.
I just might have to tag along for the rest of your trip. I hope that's all right.
I mean, it depends. Can you do anything? What do you do here? If we just end up back at the village, it'll make it even weirder that we didn't accompany them back.
Oh, more goblins! I hate these pricks.
I do a lot more damage, though, now. I mean, look at that. Incredible. I just killed one outright. That's amazing. I don't know if the evading is good, because the evading seems to drain all my stam immediately. Maybe I shouldn't have these special boots on. They seemed good at the time. Kill him! Kill him, for Christ's sake! Kill him! Got stun-locked by a little owl cat. I don't know where we're going. I guess back to Nutsbill. I'm kind of aimless right now. Unless they're like, oh, and this is the way to that horrible dragon-infested town. We should go tell the fairies that the children are back. Thank you. Why do the fairies need to know or care? They'll figure it out eventually. Are you happy? Bread back on the menu, boys?
Now that my daughter is home, I've reopened my shop. Anytime you're hungry, drop by. I've got a treat waiting with your name on it.
Ooh, a treat. Well, in preparation, I'm gonna drop this rancid fruit on the floor.
I sure am glad to be human again. Life's way easier when you're doing something or other.
Didn't care enough to read.
Tabitha told me everything. I can't possibly thank you enough. It's not much, but please take one of our famous fruitcakes as a present.
Ugh. The fruit's been steeped in brandy. It should be quite tasty. Ugh. I would rather you had given me nothing. I'd rather you spat in my face.
That reminds me. There are local delicacies in towns all over Valendia. If you eat them all, something good is supposed to happen.
You get diabetes? The fruitcake is a sin. I'm just gonna eat it now. Oh, it did a lot of HP restore. I guess I really like fruitcake. It was medieval times. We probably don't have sugar. We don't have refined sugar at the very least. Desserts are a lot more basic. You happy?
I heard you saved my son Nihilus. Thank you, young lady.
No, like, special magical golden pouch or anything, or... Alright, fine. I mean, just seems like you're a little bit less grateful than the baker woman, that's all. It's a taboo to say it, but some people just don't like their kids. Sometimes the kid's a dick. Sometimes the parents are dicks. Sometimes everyone involved is bad. And sometimes you just don't vibe with them. Sometimes you might realise, like 10 years into having a kid, that you're like, I don't like this guy. It's just a bit of a, you know, you just don't connect. I don't know if you can give them up at that point, but maybe you should be able to.
The kids made it back to their village. Now we can get along with the people of Nutsbill again. Even though they were racist towards us and said that we stole their kids like some sort of blood libel. We'll forget that. We're so glad you came along. Can I tell everyone we got the Queen to come save the day? Keep it as a secret? Okay, you're on a journey. Got it, I won't tell a soul. Fairies love to talk, but we keep our promises. Thank you, Queen Gradriel. We're so happy you came along. Take this with you as a gift from the fairies. I got a battle drop. I don't know what that is. Aria can help you during battles. Ooh, that's lovely. I have no idea where that is. Maybe it's nowhere. Alright, where to next, Aria? We've solved the mystery of the missing children. First quest achieved. The development of Princess Crown inspired director George Kamatani to take the dev team and form a new studio in 2002 called Vanillaware. It makes games with a similar sort of vibe to this one, still working closely with publisher Atlas. Their games were called Video Game Comfort Food by Escapist Magazine in 2024. They're notable for creating games with hand-drawn 2D or 2.5D visuals, including Odin's Sphere for the PS2 and Dragon's Crown for the PS3, which are both spiritual successors to Princess Crown. If what you're seeing has you gagging for more, then you got your wish. They're a small company with a proclivity for giving names terrible anime-style titles like Muramasa the Demon Blade, 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim, or Unicorn Overlord. It's an atypical case for a studio I cover on this channel to still be around, independent, and pleasantly trucking along making what they like. It's nice. I guess we could talk to the mayor. We didn't talk to the mayor. Or we could go over to the castle. It was a little witch behind it, all along. Thanks to you, miss, we've learned an important lesson. We were all too hasty to judge the fairies. Do you not recognize me? We met each other about a day ago. Maybe he's blind, and we're masking our voice. The thing for us to do now is to make a proper apology. Oh, and don't let me forget this. Take it with you as a little token. It's a dangerous world out there, and this can help keep you safe. Looks like your bag is full. When you've freed up some space, come see me again. Alright, I'm dropping more fruit, apparently. Here, I'm leaving this old peach under your bed. Now give me a treat. I got a Vulcan magic stone. Alright. Does that maybe shoot flames? There's a village called Dorangora, straight west from Nutsbill's left exit. It's being overrun with dragons that are very fierce indeed. Continuing your travels is one thing, but if you care about staying alive, you'll stay away from Dorangora. That's where we're going next, then. I'm gonna get eaten alive. Maybe I'm into that, I don't know. Ooh, I like the spooky ambience. It's another harmless slime. This'll be a level 3 jelly. I mean, we're level 4. This should be okay. Especially with my magical boots. Ah! I don't like being sucked like that. Stop it! Oh! Aria's in! Yay, thank you. You finished it off. I don't know what this is. I don't need it. Level 5 goblins. I'm ruined. I'm gonna die. I've got healing items. It'll be fine. Woo! Run. Gather up my stam. It's all about stam management. Which I'm very bad at in every game with it. Easy. Level 5 goblins, useless. I don't know what to spend this gold on. Maybe I can buy some shiny new boots. I am seemingly wearing high heels. At least they're not stilettos. At least they're like chunky heels. Oh my god, more monsters. How many monsters are there going to be? Is this dodo huger than the previous dodo? My boots are broken! That's going to be real bad. I kind of needed those boots. Without that, I'm never going to successfully make a dodge again. Maybe it's based on time I spend out here. Maybe I should just run. There we go. Hello, Mr. Beef.
All the people you see gathering here are warriors who have come to kill dragons. Those of us living in Dorangora can't keep the dragons under control by ourselves anymore. Unless you have some business here, miss. We'd best move along. It's too dangerous.
Dragons have been attacking this here area for ages. Long ago, people used to offer young women as sacrifices to appease them, but then came Queen Elfaran. She killed dragons herself using nothing other than her sword. She taught us to stand up and fight for ourselves, and it's been peaceful ever since. Or so it was until the dragons started attacking again. Say, miss, do you know you look quite a bit like the new queen? How lucky for you! If somebody told me I looked like a royal, I would consider, I wouldn't do it, but I would consider hitting them.
Want me to teach you a good trick? When an enemy knocks you down, sometimes it's not so easy to get up and fight back. Instead, you keep getting knocked down again and again. It's like you're trapped. When you're on the ground, you can press up and C to do a rising counter. Just make sure your opponent is close enough. If you can time it right, you'll come out on top.
Yeah, this is a big enough village. You look ridiculous, little girl. What a terrible haircut. It's very early 2000s, even though this game predates that. Maybe this is why all those trash pop musicians had this kind of hairstyle. Dragons are so scary. You should see their huge fangs and claws. A knight carrying a huge sword has shown up in our village recently. He looks an awful lot like how the son of Golgotha is supposed to look. You don't think... Nah.
Your wizard once told me that fire doesn't work on dragons. It's hard to burn something that breathes it anyway, right?
Everybody's so beat!
We all know you've got to equip an equipment item or it won't work. Just remember that when you get knocked down, the thing that you've equipped can break. I wonder if one of these books tells how to keep that from happening. Oh, if only I could read.
We could enter the pub for rumors. That's what every fantasy game has, right?
Proserpina? What are you doing here?
Also,
Have they given this woman jiggle physics? I'm pretty sure she has jiggle physics. Well, no, that would be handcrafted jiggles, because it's sprites.
Hey, I remember you.
Yeah, it was like 7 hours ago. It's Gradriel. God, you are the worst at keeping undercover.
Oh yeah, that was it, Gradriel. Anyway, what are you doing here? You aren't after me again, are you?
I'm here to slay the dragons attacking the village.
Good. I was afraid you were here to mess up my plans again.
I don't suppose you're up to any mischief, are you?
Of course not.
If you say so, then I guess everything's fine.
We are the worst leader. We should not. This is the problem with monarchies. You get weird, anemic little boys on the throne. You get gullible princesses. And then you get the Grand Vizier character who's always plotting behind the scenes. It's just a terrible system. We need sweeping reforms in this kingdom.
See you around, Gradriel.
Maybe we'll be friends soon?
I'll keep my fingers crossed that the dragons don't eat you. After all, I still owe you one from last time. Ha ha! Match.
Who in their right mind ever said a dragon is like a big lizard? I never met a lizard that could turn you into a pile of cinders with his breath. They'd be holding my funeral now if I hadn't been wearing my cold ring. I don't trust that Edward fellow one bit. Right now he says he's here to help slay dragons. Next thing you know, his evil blood will kick back in. He'll stab us all in the back. We all better keep an eye on that guy.
Where's Edward? I imagine Edward, knowing fantasy tropes, if he's got evil blood in him, and this is kind of anime, he's going to be the hottest character. So look for the hottest boy.
When there are no dragons around, Dorangora is a great little village. We're gonna keep up the fight until we have peace again.
You keep saying that. This feels like something that is not going to go away. Just go up to the mountains, fine. Let's see what's up in the mountains. Let's just go fight some dragons. It'll be fine. It probably won't be fine. Oh, not more fights. I'm gonna speed this up for you. Oh, Jesus, this one's big. Woo! Oh, I blocked, I think. That's good. I successfully blocked an attack. That's never happened before. This is not going massively well. Oh my god, what did I just do? I have no clue. Don't heal, you prick! That's illegal! Come on, go in. Don't let him heal. There we go. I mean, that went poorly enough. Ah, my egg! I wanted that egg. The game sold poorly, which was compounded by the bankruptcy of the original developer company, and no international releases. It now enjoys cult classic status. You don't get to that level of vitriol about fan patches without an active, passionate community. It received positive reviews when it was released, mainly praising the art and animations, with a more muted reaction going towards the gameplay and music. Both IGN and 1UP have called it one of the greatest 2D games of all time, which seems like an incredibly vague category. Oh, please don't tell me there's another stretch of fighting. Is this a dragon or a hot boy? Oh, it's a dragon! Ah, maybe both.
A dragon!
I'm not going to be able to fight this. I'm a little girl! Oh, God!
He's so huge! If he got me with those fangs, I'd be... Now I'm so scared I can't even move!
Hello.
Yeah, a bit blonde.
I don't know who you are or what you're doing here, but this mountain is swarming with dragons. If I were you, I'd run for it.
Thank you so much!
Get out of here! I can't keep an eye on you and fight dragons at the same time.
Okay. But sir, what about you?
If you're worried about me, don't be. You might say killing dragons is my job. Now please get going and have a doctor look at you if you're hurt.
I was so scared, I
I couldn't budge. You're still in the range of the dragons. Leave.
I'll never be able to be a queen like my mother.
Oh my god! They're all dead! Yes!
What? Someone is crying.
That way. I want my mommy.
Please don't cry. I'll help you find your mum.
I don't promise that. Because she's probably a charred corpse. She's probably a stick of charcoal right now. Oh my god.
This one is very mad.
Run away!
Oh god, fight? Oh Jesus Christ, I'm already hurt. Can I use an item? Will it pause? Defense potion might be useful. A fish bone. I don't know about the fish bone. Okay, use the Vulcan magic stone. No, because that's fire magic. Use the... I don't have any healing. This is going to be really bad. Use the defense potion. My stomach is full. Oh my Christ! He's already hurt. Oh my god, I'm gonna die. Stab it. I really would like those magical boots right about now. I don't know what that was. What have I just picked up? What is this? Ah! Leave me alone, leave me alone, leave me alone, leave me alone. Okay, we're doing some damage now! Oh, Christ! It just kicks you to the start screen again. That's incredible. And that is where I shall end the video for today. I quite liked this. I'm really terrible at it. I mean, obviously, I'm beyond bad at it. It's fun. I think the art style is fantastic. I love the sprite work. I love the sort of hand-animated look of it. It's just very pretty. It's not something you really associate with the late 90s, is this kind of style. They had kind of broadly moved on to polygon nonsense at this point, but this really works. I mean, look how fluid it is. It's really pretty. If you increase the frame rate as well by doing fast forward, look how smooth it looks. It's just a very, very pretty game. Gameplay controls fine, I assume. I'm not really the type to judge that, to be honest. I don't know enough about hack and slash RPGs to know if this is a good example of it or not. But I had fun. I liked doing all the voices. I can see why this is a cult classic. It feels rare that you get a game with like a little girl protagonist that's not like specifically geared towards like, I like ponies kind of audiences. And there's nothing wrong with that audience either. It's just that, you know, a violent fantasy RPG with a small girl as a protagonist. Maybe there should be more of that kind of thing. It's kind of fun. I quite like the Princess Bride framing of the whole thing. Like, this is my grandmother. Do we think that the grandmother is maybe the princess? No. Would that be it? And we're like the grandniece of the queen or something like that. I don't know how this is going to work. I don't know the story. I don't know the plot twists, if there is any. I might come back and play more of this. Like, that happens sometimes on this channel. I'll like a game so much that I go back and finish it off camera. As a first impressions review, though, I'm positive on this. It's good. I'm glad I checked it out. The writing and story, I mean, it's hard to judge the writing and story because it's a fan translation. However, it's very basic. It's very what you expect from like a JRPG or something, which is the most basic, like, preschool level story writing you can imagine. I'm sorry to be rude to an entire genre, but that's what you get. Save the dragon world from the evil queen! Like, that's, you know, what more do you want, I guess? If you did enjoy this video, thank you. I have plenty more that you can watch, and I would encourage you to do so. They all have this kind of style to them, I would say. Well, the last few months do, at least. I'm rambling. I'll try and be more concise. You can like, you can subscribe, you can comment. That all helps immensely. You can recommend this channel to a friend. I don't think I've ever said that before. You can do that if you want. I think it would go over well, don't you? You can also become a member. It's cheap. It offers no benefits right now, but you can become a member and throw me some money. I also stream on Twitch most weekdays, so you can stop by there as well. No editing, but you get to interact with me, which is, I would say, a blessing and a curse. Regardless of any of that, thank you for watching, and I will see everybody for the next video.